Isn't suboxone something you can abuse as well? What's up, you guys? My name's Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in recovery. I've been in recovery for 9 years. I am on suboxone. It helps save my life. I was the type of addict / alcoholic that was in and out of residential rehab programs, detoxes, sober livings for over 10 years. And during those 10 years of filtering in and out of different residential programs, detoxes, and sober livings, I was unable to obtain or maintain any sort of recovery. I was unable to stay sober. I would always return back to using my drugs of choice, which were methamphetamine, opioids, cocaine, and benzodiazepines. So in 2015, when CPS came to my house and took custody of my child, they gave me an ultimatum. They said, if you relapse again, because while he was in custody, I relapsed, we will terminate your rights. That is when my Child Protective Services caseworker said, have you ever heard of medication-assisted treatment? I really think that you would be a good candidate for suboxone. Well, I already knew about it because my husband was on it. So I went to his doctor, and the doctor said to me, why do you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results? If you have been unable to maintain sobriety through abstinent-only recovery pathways, why have you not tried a different pathway? And the answer to that question was simple. The reason why I hadn't tried another pathway was because another pathway had never been offered to me. I didn't know there was other pathways until my husband got on MAT in 2015. So, can you abuse suboxone? Sure you can. Suboxone is a lot harder to abuse than other MAT medications. Compared to methadone, suboxone is a lot more difficult to abuse because when taken correctly, every single day as prescribed, suboxone reaches a ceiling effect in your system, which causes you to not experience euphoria. Okay? When you take your suboxone as prescribed every single day, it is like taking a vitamin. You will not feel high from it. Okay? Now, there are ways to work around that, of course. If you divert your medication, skip doses, then you can work around that. Because when the medication leaves your system and then you reintroduce it to a system with nothing in it, then yes, it will cause euphoria. But the whole purpose of getting on suboxone is to get your life back and start developing healthy coping skills. And so if you are somebody who is diverting your medication to get high on it, you are doing yourself a huge disservice, okay? Because you're not working on healing. Now, being on suboxone, you can get your whole life back and you can heal your neuro pathways in your brain and turn around all your addiction behaviors. All the things that I used to do in active addiction, I don't do them anymore on suboxone. I don't do them. That's why when people say things to me like being on suboxone is the same as being in active addiction, that's not true. There are many people who take medication as prescribed who are not addicted. Addiction and dependency are two different things, very different things. If I was to decide to jump off suboxone today, cold turkey, and go through withdrawal, I would not go to the streets. I would not return to using because I have changed my behaviors. That is no longer what I want to do with my life. I want to be in recovery today. I want to live a healthy life. And so just like with anything, you can always find a workaround to abuse something. But is it really helping you if you're doing that? I would say that you're totally doing yourself, like I said, a disservice. But if you are somebody who is struggling with abusing your suboxone, I'm proud of you for choosing to get on MAT. I'd rather you be on MAT and abusing it than be on the streets taking fentanyl and possibly dying. Okay? What I would recommend if you're somebody who is abusing your suboxone, I would recommend looking into the Sublocade shot. That way you won't have control over your medicine. The Sublocade shot is a once-a-month injection of buprenorphine that you can get from your provider. And that way you don't have to worry about being in charge of taking it every day. If you cannot do that, then I would recommend giving your medication over to somebody that you trust to give it to you as prescribed until you can overcome the negative behavior of abusing your medication. But as you can see, I'm like, don't slur my words. My eyes don't hang low. I'm not high. I'm not under the influence. I take less than 1/4 milligram of suboxone. I'm on a very, very tiny little sliver. And if I need to stay on it for the rest of my life, for my safety, for my benefit, then I will. If I ever decide to come off of it, of course I will let you guys know. I've been thinking more and more about doing the Sublocade shot, but I'm not completely sold on it yet. But I'll update you. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Please excuse my son, he's gaming. If you just heard that little, that was him. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, recovery is possible, and I love you.